Let's start this 4-video series teaching you how to beat sportsbooks with live betting by focusing on the NFL. As of now, I am using 4 specific tactics to win my in-play NFL bets. This video will reveal those lucrative secrets. I'm Professor MJ, holder of a PhD in statistics and bookie crusher since 1999. The general framework is as follows. We are taking advantage of games that are not playing out as expected. Suppose the pre-game spread indicated the home team was a 7-point favorite with a total of 50 points. When setting in-play lines, sportsbooks use an algorithm that looks at what happened, on average, in past similar games. They do so by considering games with a pre-game spread favoring the home squad by 6, 7, or 8 points, and a total between 48 to 52 points, for instance. Now, when the current game is not going according to plan at all, sportsbooks are slow to react. If you are watching the game, you will pick up the information much more quickly than they do. This is where lucrative opportunities present themselves to you. NFL in-play strategy number 1 is called no first down or punt. More and more bookies offer drive markets, which means you can bet on what's going to happen in the next drive. The strategy I'm about to unveil concerns a couple of markets. Will there be at least one first down in the next drive? Yes or no? What will be the outcome of the next drive? A touchdown, a field goal attempt, a punt, a turnover, or a safety? The absolute best case is when the public expects a particular team to roll on offense, but they clearly seem out of sync on that day. First, I'll give you a concrete example. Then, I will go over some important guidelines to follow. One of the best examples I can give you concerns the October 18, 2020 showdown between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Bucks. During the 2020 regular season, Green Bay scored the most points in the entire NFL with 509, a jaw-dropping 31.8 points per game average. Meanwhile, Tampa's defense was above average. Maybe not the best, but still solid overall. The pre-game spread established the Packers as 2.5-point favorites with a total of 54.5. Therefore, the implicit team totals were 28.5 for Green Bay versus 26 for Tampa Bay. It was assumed both teams would put up many points on the board. The Packers opened the game with a long drive that resulted in a field goal. Their next drive ended with an 11-play touchdown drive. Things were going according to plan for the team from the frozen tundra. Then a game changer occurred. Aaron Rodgers was the victim of a pick six by Jamel Dean, which cut Green Bay's lead to 10-7. That fired up the crowd at Raymond James Stadium. Rodgers never recovered from that play for the rest of the day, and the Bucs defense kept swarming him. The Packers' fourth drive also ended with an interception, and one play later, the Bucs grabbed a 14-10 lead. You could tell the momentum had completely switched sides. Since I was watching the game, I remember noticing how super active and aggressive the Bucs defensive players were. Since everybody expected a high-scoring affair before the game began, the odds were very high on no first down for the Packers, plus 450 in American format, which equates to 5.5 in decimal odds. I started taking a stab on no first down every time the Packers got the ball back, starting from the 5th drive. And boy, did it turn out to be super lucrative. Indeed, Green Bay failed to pick up a first down in 5 of their final 7 drives, omitting the one that ended the half. Sportsbooks eventually adjusted their odds on no first down from plus 450 to plus 350 during the second half, but they could not keep up with what was happening on the field. Such odds imply that you will make money if you win at least 18% to 22% of your bets. In this particular case, I won 5 bets out of 7, a 71% winning rate. I literally crushed them. The goal here is not to brag about my winnings on this game. That's irrelevant. My objective is to get you to be more aware of such profitable situations. Be ready to attack the bookies under such conditions. Now that you understand the concept, let me give you some important guidelines. You want to be ready to bet no first down or drive result equals punt in the following 2 cases. Number 1, against a heavy favorite, or number 2, against either team in games with a high pregame total. I want to emphasize the fact that I don't advocate betting these 2 markets blindly in all situations described earlier. There are some vital conditions that must be met. First, it is crucial that you observe from your own eyes that the defense looks active and with a strong desire to stop their opponents. In other words, they are not on their heels. Secondly, if you are betting the drive to end with a punt, make sure the team on offense is inclined to do it. For example, if they are trailing by 20 points early in the 4th quarter, they might opt to go for it on 4th down all the time. Hitting no first down is tougher than drive result equals punt, because a team may gain a first down before punting the ball. As a consequence, the odds are higher on no first down. Granted, the latter betting option would win in the case of a quick turnover, while the punt would lose. As a rule of thumb, you want the following minimum strike prices. On no first down, plus 300 or better, which means 4.0 or higher in decimal format. You obviously need bigger odds if a top offense is facing a weak defense. Drive result equals punt. You want plus 200 or better, provided that the drive starts around their own 30-yard line or so. You must require bigger odds if the drive starts further down the field. If you are more familiar with decimal odds, we're talking about 3.0 or more. Super Bowl 53 was also a prime example of how you can use this strategy wisely to make tons of money. The pregame total was 55.5 for the game featuring the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Rams. Casual bettors want to see a high number of points. They want to root for an exciting game. But wishes don't always come true, as shown by the final 13-3 score in that game. Lots of people were upset at how boring the game was, unless you took advantage of the no first down and punt betting markets. NFL in-play strategy number 2, the secondary pass catcher. In short, this betting strategy consists of betting a pass catcher who is not the number 1 go-to guy on the team to exceed his in-play receiving yard betting line in games that are favorable to him. Here are the conditions that must be met. Condition number 1. His team must be down by at least 10 points, ideally 17 or more. Condition number 2. His team has at least a decent passing offense. Condition number 3. There is plenty of time left in the game. For example, we could be late in the 2nd quarter or early in the 3rd quarter. When those criteria are met, I invite you to take a careful look at the in-play receiving yards for all players from that team. The chances are high that they will throw the ball a lot until the game ends. First, they are capable of airing it out, since we are dropping teams whose aerial attack is pretty bad. Secondly, The team currently in the lead may start playing more conservatively on defense by letting their opponents complete easy short passes. That means picking up a lot of passing yards in the process. What are you looking for exactly? To start off, omit the team's top target. More often than not, sportsbooks will set a high line that may not be easy to achieve. Also, that is the first player that other gamblers will look at, so the line may be artificially inflated. As always, go for the overlooked options because this is where you will find hidden treasures. In this case, you want to consider the team's tight end or their second or third wide receiver. In any case, you want to stick to guys who are regularly targeted by the quarterback. If the team has a tight end who catches only 25 balls per year, for example, forget him. He is not involved enough in the offense to be worth putting money at risk on his performance. A couple of examples from the 2024 season. Example number 1, the Cincinnati Bengals. Ja'Marr Chase got 127 receptions, T. Higgins 73 in 12 games only, and Mike Gesicki had 65 receptions. In games where Cincy fell behind early, which occurred on a few occasions given their awful defense, I turned my attention to Higgins and Gesicki. The Bengals had a very good passing offense with Joe Burrow under center. Example number 2, the Tampa Bay Bucks. Mike Evans got 74 receptions and Cade Otton 59. Evans was Baker Mayfield's go-to guy after the injury to Chris Godwin. Since you are better off looking for the overlooked guy, I would have preferred to put my money on tight end Cade Otton to exceed his receiving yard total if the Bucs were to trail by a wide margin. Mayfield threw for 4,500 yards that season, so he was certainly capable of racking them up. A final piece of advice. You want the player in question to have a line that's about 20 to 25 yards above his current total. So, if player X has accumulated 15 receiving yards thus far in the game, you want to bet the over if the line is around 35 to 40 receiving yards for the entire game. My third NFL live betting strategy is called the Team Total Arbitrage. It presents very favorable situations where we are almost guaranteed to win. The fourth method suggests betting the drive to result in a touchdown, while simultaneously also putting money on the drive to end with a turnover. I am following some very strict guidelines that tell me when to act. If you are interested in getting all secrets relative to those two bonus strategies, just follow the link below to get my free PDF. This document unveils all details about my 4 NFL in-play betting techniques, including the 2 I just presented here. Again, the PDF is 100% free and yours to keep forever. Now, in the next video of this playlist, we will cover the National Hockey League. This time, I have developed 6 different methods to earn a profit with my live hockey bets. See you in that video now!